It's the most wonderful time of the year. Everyone is streaming the music that they have listened to all year. The most wonderful time of the year. Spotify rap season. Mac, you like music?
I do. I enjoy music from time to time. And by time to time, I mean pretty much every day.
Yeah, you love music.
Yeah.
What's on the old rap list?
What do you want to know, Gil? You want to have the overall thing? You want me to break it down? What would you like to know?
I'm going to put it like this. I don't have Spotify.
Sure.
Explain it to me like I'm a child.
Okay, so Spotify Wrapped essentially gives you like 10 slides at the end of the year, usually the beginning of December, like right now. And it gives you your top artist, your top song, your top album, minutes listened, and then it gives you top fives for all that stuff. And it does podcasts too. My top 5 artists for 2025 was Noah Khan at number 1, Paramore at number 2, Chris Stapleton 3, Dua Lipa 4, Tyler Childers 5. My top 5 songs were 5 Noah Khan songs from the live album from Fenway Park. I listened to, how many minutes here, Goo? Let's see. 22,000 minutes, which honestly I thought might be a little bit low. I've seen some crazy higher numbers, but pretty good overall. And my listening age, Goo, which is something they introduced this year. That's a new mechanic they used. I don't know how they calculate it. 36. Goo, my actual age? 36. How about that? So I'm listening to the music I should be listening to. I guess that tells me. And then my top genre is pop rock, as I think is evidenced by Paramore is a perfect example of that. Anything else? Top podcast, Mac and Goo.
Woo.
How about that?
Is that the only podcast, though?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I listen to fantasy baseball podcasts.
Nice.
Fantasy football every
That's
once
why
in a
you're
while.
a champion.
And then some other stuff, here and there, but nothing consistent. So I'm pretty pleased with I think it perfectly encapsulated what my listening habits are. Some people online claim that theirs doesn't. I don't know exactly what Spotify uses. It seems like it undersells my top song. I think my top song only had like 40 or 45 listens. I feel like I listened to that song and album way more than that, but I don't know. Maybe you got to listen to it to full completion for it to count. Maybe if you skip ahead with 3 seconds left, it doesn't count. I don't know. Goo!
What's up?
Now, you don't have Spotify.
Correct.
You do have Apple Music?
My wife does.
Okay. Give me a little bit of a summation, a little rap, a little Goo wrapped.
I don't listen to music.
Okay. All right. Nice.
But if I did,
Mm-hmm.
if I had this, my assumption would be whatever my son is listening to.
Sure.
My son is 5, so it would be 6 K-pop Demon Hunter songs.
What do you listen to at the gym?
Podcasts.
Really?
Yeah, I like foreground sound, not background music.
Okay. You like to have your mind focused on the conversation instead of the background.
Yes,
All right.
especially so if I'm doing something like cardio, I really like to be distracted.
Okay. Sure.
Also, my rap, buffalo chicken.
Okay, that's
I
your
would say
preferred rap.
A turkey club.
As a rap.
Chicken cutlet. Well, if I'm thinking wraps, something that's strong enough that it does not need the bread. Oh, chicken Caesar?
I like to go
Greek?
chicken Caesar, but only from places that put croutons in the wrap.
Oh, you
places
gotta.
don't, which is insane.
I think it depends on what you're wrapping it with. If you're doing a thicker, more breadier wrap, you don't necessarily need croutons.
No, you need it for the texture.
I want croutons.
You need it for the texture. It's a texture thing. I go wheat wrap. Save a couple cals.
It's the same thing. It's the fucking same thing.
Save like fucking 60 cals, Goo.
It's
Come on.
Same thing. Calories don't matter.
And if I am getting a little crazy, Goo, you know what I do? I add bacon to my chicken Caesar wrap.
That's a good move. So I like that. I also like to add, I'll do like capicola. No, not capicola.
Gabagool?
Prosciutto sometimes in my Caesar wrap. That's nice.
Yep.
What else do I love specifically in wrap form? Because I'm a sub guy. I'll tell you right now. If I can, I'm going to go sub every single time.
Well, I'm not really a sub guy.
Really?
Goo, because
why not?
I occasionally, but you know what I like hot subs, Goo. The best form of them is really just a calzone. Get a calzone of your favorite hot sub, and that's really better.
No, because I like myself a nice sub roll, a nice French bread. So I would rather, if I'm having a buffalo chicken or something like that, I like that little bit of chew that isn't just this hot wrap that's around it, the hot dough.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. I also do like a buffalo chicken calzone.
I understand what you're saying. Now, if I'm just eating like a regular sandwich or a pressed sandwich, you know,
a panini, if you will.
The bread comes into play more so. But I'm more of a contents over bread guy when it comes to like a sub. You know, sandwich, it's different because with a sandwich, at least to me, the flavor profile includes the bread and the type of bread. When I'm getting a sub, I just care about the innards.
If I owned Subway, the sandwich shop, I would think about hiring you to run some of my Subways.
To run the eatery.
Yeah.
Goo, I think one of the more underrated breads, and don't shoot me. I know it's a chain.
Guns are blazing right now. Better be careful.
Panera Bread has a black pepper focaccia.
Panera Bread.
That is fucking delicious, dude. Delicious.
Panera Bread is one of those places that I would never be like, oh, I'm really in the mood. I'm going to go to Panera Bread. It's a place that when you eat it, you are reminded, like, I really like Panera Bread.
Black pepper focaccia comes with their Chipotle chicken panini, and then I get a side mac and cheese. It's a great meal. It costs like $22, but it's a great meal.
I was at a restaurant when we were in Arizona. That's where we were. And they told me at the time that the soup of the day was a broccoli cheddar. Now, Panera does serve a very nice broccoli cheddar, and I was singing back to him like, you know what? I'm going to get that soup of the day. I'm going to get that broccoli cheddar soup. I'm on vacation.
Yeah,
I can enjoy a broccoli cheddar soup.
Right.
He then, didn't come back to us fast enough maybe, but when he came back to us, I'm like, hey, you still got that broccoli cheddar soup? He's like, the soup of the day now is now corn chowder.
Oh, it changed?
I'm like, what the fuck?
He either was mistaken or they ran out. Wow.
Yeah, they ran out. Wow. And what a disappointing alternative. Corn chowder?
But I also feel like if you run out of soup of the day, you don't have a second soup of the day. The second soup of the day is leftover soup from the day prior.
Or you're just always making soup by the pot fills.
No, you got old soup. You got old soup.
I didn't order the soup. I wasn't going to order corn chowder. I said you can keep your soup. I don't want your soup.
Yeah. I do like a clam chowder. I don't know about a corn chowder.
Let me ask you this. I know that people around here, we're from New England. We're from the Boston area.
Chowder heads.
It's really a couple chowder heads. But I feel like it's a real polarizing thing now of like clam chowder. Is it really something that you need?
It's not something that you need, but specifically, if
On a hot summer day,
if I were to order
Beach,
anything in a bread bowl, clam chowder in a bread bowl is pretty great. It's pretty great.
That is, what is the best bread bowl soup? You definitely need something creamy.
Yes, because it's gotta.
If it's brothy, it's gonna seep right through there.
Too much, yeah.
Yeah. Although, but you know what I like in a fucking bread bowl? Caesar salad.
There's too many moving parts with that. I don't like that at all.
One goo, three, goo. Jaws 3. Goo. King of Queens. Goo. Meryl Streep. Goo. Entertainment.
I'm Goo.
And I'm Mac.
And we are the Mac and Goo program. The other movie was called Friendship.
Yes.
This is called The Chair Company.
We bring you the creators of Friendship today, both Goo and I, and Tim Robinson and Zach Kanan. And Goo, I'll tell you what. When we saw the news that Tim Robinson had a HBO show greenlit, I don't know, a year and a half ago, obviously we were excited. I had no idea in which form this show was going to play out. You know, we learned it's going to be called The Chair Company, and you're like, all right, there's going to be hijinks involved. This ended up being way more serious and dark of a show than I anticipated, not unlike Friendship.
Because I also want to say that the first episode, if you just watched the pilot, you would have thought this was just a straight comedy, and there's nothing really behind the the different levels of the mystery of the show. Because as it went forward, there were less jokes, and it was more like, really, who did this?
Yeah, there was a legit mystery here. Still is a legit mystery here.
The finale, you thought that you had the answer in the penultimate episode.
Yeah, right.
And the finale added 3 to 4 more wrinkles, and then it just says, fuck you. We'll see you later.
We got Sparta kicked off Sunday night at 10:30, and I didn't really have many questions going into the finale. I had like one question.
No,
and
I
now
was like,
coming out of the
yeah.
finale, I got like 7.
After the episode 7, I said, how are they going to extend what they're doing here into a season 2?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And now I'm like, what the hell?
This show goo, I don't know if you've ever heard about this. It's like an onion. It's fucking layered.
You know what? Put that on the DVD cover. This show is an onion.
The Chair Company was on HBO Sunday nights at 10 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
It was following Task for about half its run. Goo didn't watch Task.
The Kevin Smith movie Tusk. Justin Long becomes a walrus.
This show was renewed for a season 2 a few weeks ago, I think before the 6th episode. And at that point, like Goo just said, you're like, what are we going to do for a season 2
I thought they were going to do an anthology series of like,
right.
We're going to do a new mystery every year. Same people, new characters, new mystery. Now it's like, okay, no, we're going to keep on going with this, and we're going to have no idea what the hell's going on.
I think we have at least a season left of the show, the story that we just got. From there, I don't know what's going to happen. The Chair Company is rated TVMA. Goo, we got 8 episodes totaling roughly 245 minutes. It's
and
just
like
over
I said,
30 minutes an episode.
The pilot episode, I think, has the most jokes per minute. But after that, each episode had at least one thing. Like at least one joke, one comedic situation that really sits with you.
It felt like they took, sketches that didn't make it into their prior works and found their way to work them into
they would
the
also,
episodes here.
Like fold over old ideas that we've seen in sketches, or like themes or characters. Like we've seen stuff with Scrooge. He likes Scrooge. He likes the idea of A Christmas Carol. And we got a bunch of that here.
Old guys getting ripped off, common theme here.
Old guys getting ripped off and hyper focused on like what it is and complaining about it.
Yes. Yeah. And
scams.
Yes.
Oh my God, the beginning of episode 8.
Yeah, there's a cold open to episode 8, which results in a death. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
That's what I'm like. I don't know what's going to happen in this finale.
I'm so fucking confused.
It's right in your Q zone.
Goo, on Roddy T's, 100% from the critics, 70% from the audience.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's a comedy. They don't typically score very high, and it's Tim Robinson.
So
who's
people
bizarre as it is.
Love him or hate him.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand people that don't care for his comedy. Maybe they're a little squirmish around it. Maybe they don't find his particular, I think you should leave, which is what the name of the show is, like you're weird, I think you should leave type of stuff.
Yeah, it's intentionally very awkward.
They don't like to feel awkward.
Yes.
My wife,
anxiety.
Very specific to this year, because she would watch episodes of I Think You Should Leave, but she would take it as like one episode at a time, 18 minutes, 3 sketches. As we got into feature length Tim Robinson, she's more like, I'd like to take a pause or take a break and maybe come back to this later. I don't want full Tim Robinson. Or then when we're watching the episodes, as we're going, she's like, I'm really not enjoying what I'm watching now.
It's interesting to think about that, and it seems juxtaposed to that is the critics who also on Metacritic grew at 82. I can't tell if they've come around to it, they finally get it, or they're just like trying to seem hip and like the young kids.
It might be them trying to seem hip.
Yeah, because it felt like and Detroiters is a good example of this. Detroiters didn't do well, didn't really find its audience, in part because critics didn't love it. And so I'm curious now if critics are like kind of playing makeup. I think they should. The show is well made, well shot. Like it's
HBO.
legit. It's legit.
It's not television. It's HBO.
Yeah.
It's Netflix.
Yeah. The show, of course, written and created by Tim Robinson and Zach Kanan. We would know them from I Think You Should Leave. They worked together on SNL for nearly a decade as writers. And then they were also the writer-creators of Detroiters. So they've been working together for almost 15 years now. They obviously have a fantastic working relationship. I think it's great because when we see Zach Kanan on screen, he pops up here briefly in I Think You Should Leave. I always am impressed with the people that are able to write for other people and just take a back seat. I think that's a hard thing to do, and clearly he's great at it. 4 other writers here that contributed to the season: Gary Richardson, Sarah Schneider, John Solomon, and Marika Sawyer. I don't know those names, but maybe you do.
I don't.
The season was directed by Andrew DeYoung. Goo. He did 5 of the 8 episodes. He was the director on Friendship. Andrew Skimberg, he did 3 episodes. He directed A Different Man, Goo. And if you don't know what that movie is, that was the 2024 movie starring Sebastian Stan, where he got a new face.
Well, to Tim Robinson's family in this show, he was a different man.
And then I made the connection, Goo, and I believe Schimberg directed the finale. We see a very interesting face in the closing minutes of this finale, and I wonder if that's in any way related to the Stan movie, where there was a lot of prosthetic shit going on with facial stuff there. So that was just a line.
It's also weird because Tim Robinson usually just finds odd-looking people.
Yeah. So I did look up the guy that played that, and he has like the upper half. You can tell it's the same guy's eyes, but then obviously the lower half was prosthetics. Goose, synopsis of The Chair Company. After an embarrassing incident at work, William Ronald Trosper finds himself investigating a far-reaching conspiracy. This, of course, stars Tim Robinson as Ron Trosper. Lake Bell plays his wife, Barb Trosper, and I think she's perfectly cast. Yeah. She's fantastic at being like the straight man, but showing emotion and also being funny in her own right.
Yep, and almost like she expects all of this from her husband.
Yeah, and still love it.
She's not taken aback by anything. She's just like, oh, come on.
Their kids are played by Sophia Lillis and Will Price. Sophia Lillis is Natalie, the older daughter who's engaged. Yeah, we saw her in It Chapter 1 and 2. Will Price, I've never seen anywhere. He's the son. I think he's about 17 here. The daughter's like maybe 22, 23.
The son does some stuff in this show. And it's Tim Robinson reacting to him. But the son, like the little hat.
The hat is a great little bit.
Also, the stop motion animation. Like Rudolph? It's not all Christmas. The ones I've seen, Santa can't do it.
He wants to go to RISD for stop animation. The other primary character we get in here in all 8 episodes is Joseph Tudisco as Mike Santini.
Oh, I couldn't remember his name in any of the episodes.
I remembered Mike.
Okay.
What a roller coaster of a ride we go on with Mike, and we're still on the ride at the end of the season.
And we'll talk about that in spoilers, because that is a really good reveal.
Yeah.
But I feel like when they were casting him, they said, we want Joe Pesci, but we don't want Joe Pesci. And that's what they got.
Budget Joe Pesci.
Budget Joe Pesci. Him just yelling all of his lines.
He was great.
Constantly listening to porn. Bringing in his
not
friends.
Watching, but listening.
No, it's listening. Or when he does take in things on the television, it is porn as well. Him bringing in his friend who can help, or he puts him like in the closet.
Yeah, LT, the little guy.
I need help.
There's also the moment when, I think it's episode 2 or 3, where he picks up Tim and he's listening to like a shock jock radio show. One of the voices is Connor O'Malley. It fucking killed me. I wrote down the name. What the fuck was it called? Wazy Waynes. He's like, you never heard these guys? They're fucking hilarious. And Tim's like, are they yelling at each other? Are they what is this?
It's like us. It's us. Yeah. We're just yelling.
Also in the season, Glo Tavares is Jamie. She's like Ron's assistant / secretary.
She's the one who gets trapped on the highway.
Yes, yeah. Zulima Guevara is Brenda. That's Ron's immediate boss.
She was good.
You have Lou Diamond Phillips as Jeff. He's like the CEO of the company. What's the name of the company?
He didn't overpower. He didn't overpower me.
Shannon Shea Marie as Alexis, one of the other office people. James Downey as Douglas. What a character this guy is.
So Jim Downey, I'm going to tell you right now, when we do our Cinemac and Goovy Awards, I'm not going to give him the MVP, but there is going to be an award that goes to Jim Downey. He is both in Chair Company, he is in One Battle After Another, and huge thing here.
What was he in One Battle After Another?
He was the Christmas fella. Look up Jim Downey right now. Jim Downey, of course, internet famous.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
The Christmas Adventurers or whatever
Yes.
the hell they're called. Yeah.
Jeffrey Epstein, the financier. That's Jim Downey as well. That's not this year, but just leading up to right now. Also,
That's the same guy.
He has
looks
his
different in
own.
that.
He has his own special on Peacock called Downey Wrote It, and it's all the jokes and sketches that he wrote for SNL.
Okay, pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty fucking
He
good.
wrote all of Norm's jokes, or him and Norm wrote all of those jokes for Weekend Update.
His delivery in this show is so glacially slow and perfect for his character. Like, it makes you hate him, but he's a perfect character. And I haven't been able to watch back when we first see him in the wheelchair in like episode 6. I'm pretty sure he upgrades his wheelchair
probably.
each episode,
Yeah.
like Iron Man or something, and that fucking killed me when he
Not
rolls
saying-
around in episode 8.
I'm not saying we should fire Ron, but like maybe take him down a tier or two.
Yeah, demote him 3 or 4
Five,
pegs.
like 5 tiers,
maybe
maybe.
5.
Blowing bubbles.
We have Grace Ryder as Tara. That is Natalie's fiance. She's the one working on the Wendy's Carvers.
Whoa! Don't say that too loudly. It's a great idea.
She's shooting hams.
Yeah. Stinks in here like ham.
Ron's love for the idea of Wendy's Carvers.
Whenever
is
it's
so
mentioned, he's like, it's a good idea.
Amelia Campbell as Amanda, who we'll get into in a few.
Also, I think it's episode 7 when the guy mentions to Tim Robinson about the sandwich place that stacks the turkey. I'm like, when is he going to end up at the sandwich place? And he does.
Yeah, like 15 minutes later.
Yeah.
Michael W. Gaines as
They
Lewis.
stack that turkey.
Lewis had a couple great lines throughout the season.
Yeah.
Catherine Meisel as Alice Quintana. We see her in the Tangway episode where she's his wife. She's like, reveals something.
The controversial podcast guest, Gary Tangway.
Yeah. And then Goo, the masked Jason fella that we see in the finale, is played by Jeffrey Bean. So I don't know if anyone knows him, but he obviously does a great job in the 2 minutes. Goo, the premise of this season, beyond the synopsis, for anyone listening that hasn't watched and is on the fence, I mean, to me, this show, you made a decision weeks ago whether you're going to watch it or not.
You're either going to watch it or not. You're not going to dip out.
Yeah, if you want to be a little bit sold on it, the premise is Ron, played by Tim, works for a commercial real estate company called Fisher Robe, who ends up winning this big bid to develop a new site in Canton, Ohio. Ron is the project lead on this
What do you
site.
mean there's no football involved? There's a player crying online. Maybe we could put a little bit of football in there.
One of the guys said he was going to fuck you with the football. Ron is the project lead on this Canton marketplace at Bear Run, which is like a perfect, I think you should lead. Like, there's going to be a Dan Flashes in here.
Get your fucking toys off of here.
Ron's boss, or the CEO of the company, Jeff, played by, the hell is his name? Lou Diamond Phillips. He ends up playing a part sporadically throughout the season. You don't know if he's good. You know if he's bad. You know if he's just a fucking idiot.
I still don't know.
And then about 8 minutes into the first episode, when they're announcing that Fisher Robe and Ron is doing this project, that's when Ron finishes his speech, sits back down, his chair breaks, he sees up Amanda's skirt, and that's sort of the impetus for what happens in the season.
Okay, I want to do mostly spoilers. Can we just quickly do the gauntlet?
Okay, sure.
All right, fun factor. Funny, lots of new Tim Robinson stuff to add to our boring lives.
Yeah, it fits in perfect. If you like Tim Robinson, you're going to like what you see in this show.
Satisfactor. I have no idea.
It's hard to gauge the satisfactor. It was satisfying to watch every week because you're getting Tim Robinson acting weird, but you're right. I don't really know how satisfying the show was.
Borometer, I think it does lack the constant jokes at times, but also it fills you with like a little bit of intrigue, a little bit of mystery of is what he's following real or is it all in his head?
So contributing to both the mystery and intrigue, but also a little bit to the bore, is how confusing it gets, especially in the finale. So you're interested, you're watching, but you're so confused that you're like, I don't really know what I'm supposed to like here or want here. So it does lead to a little.
Am I supposed to like this? Halloween, will this wane over time? No, I think it'll get better, actually.
I've rewatched multiple episodes, and the second watch was better than the first watch every time.
What else do? We do Plemonade. When life gives you Jesse Plemons, he'll take that little bit of screen time and he'll squeeze it and he'll make something real, real nice. Who made Plemonade on this show?
I guess Jim Downey is Douglas, right? He'd be the only real candidate here.
Right, because he's in a lot of the first episode, and then he just kind of pops up every once in a while after that.
Yeah, that's everyone else is in it too much. You could say maybe LT, the little guy that Mike hires. Like when they cut to him laying on the couch in that episode too, that fucking killed me.
I was able to reach into the freezer and eat.
And then LT kicking the Jeep tour stuff in the garage.
That was really good.
So we'll call him the runner-up.
You can get me a job at the lab, right? Max Credit Union.
I don't know who to attribute it to. You know what? Whoever greenlit this at HBO gets the credit because
they're taking a chance on this.
For sure. Like it works in Netflix. It works on SNL type stuff. Detroiters is different than this. To have like a half-hour scripted show on HBO Sunday nights with no real idea of what it was going to be. Like credit to that person who greenlit this show.
I saw on Instagram the other day, I got a nice reel of someone talking about like how like no one really sells out comedically for performances anymore, like a Jim Carrey, a Will Ferrell. And then most of the comments are like, no, Tim Robinson does this.
Yeah,
and that's absolutely
and
true.
Conor O'Malley while we're at it.
Like Conor O'Malley is more of like a niche star, like from this world.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying though is like Tim Robinson is a pretty big star now, and he, for all of his roles, commits to exactly how like the lunacy of what the show is or the movie is.
It's the I would say, and it's not a good comparison, but the only thing I can really compare it to is it only is so funny because of how crazy he is. A little similar to the way Jim Carrey's peak was.
Okay, so no one yells like Tim Robinson. No one swears like Tim Robinson. No one acts confused like Tim Robinson. Like there's just things that he does well. Like he'll be serious like out of nowhere. I also want to give my son credit. I know this has nothing to do with the show, but I just mentioned Jim Carrey. He has never seen Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. And the other day, he started talking with his butt.
Let me do a little kickflip Christ air off of that.
Yeah.
So my youngest nephew is maybe like 6 months younger than Rafi. Rafi's what, 4 or 5?
5.
Okay, so he's like a year younger than Rafi, maybe a year and a half. My cousin caught him in his iPad. You know, kids always have their little tablets now. Trying to take a picture of his own butthole months ago.
Okay.
He was so curious as to what his own butthole looked like. He was trying to take a picture of it.
And then also my son, who has never seen most of the Adam Sandler movies. So I'm telling you, my son's a comedic genius.
Yes.
So keep this in mind. I was playing for him Jingle Bells Batman Smells the other day.
Yeah, Robin laid an egg.
And the middle of the song, he started dying. He's like, this is the greatest song ever. And he had this like Sandler. Yeah, it's like the Sandler response.
Yeah.
This is the best thing ever. So keep an eye out for him in the comedic field moving forward.
Yeah, in about 15 years maybe?
He's thinking of things that other people have already thought of, but he hasn't seen yet.
Yes.
So
it's of his own doing, his own creation.
Now let's get the hot dogs. What do you
I have a hard time. This is one of the most unique shows I've ever seen. So I have a really hard time comparing it to anything I've ever seen. I think it's a step below I Think You Should Leave, because I Think You Should Leave is just hitting you with heavy hitters. Every
it's
episode.
Also quick and get out. It's like, here's a joke. Here's something that you maybe have never thought about.
Right. The only thing that remotely compares to this, at least in my mind, is this is like a demented version of Curb Your Enthusiasm. Like where it's like, there's a lot of probably improv going on. It's really bizarre comedy, not comedy that everyone loves. But it's not like that, you know. I don't know. I don't know how to compare it. So
I mean, it's very Tim and Eric-y, which but
but it's not as like this is so much more
like,
scripted.
But like also they developed that formula so early on that now we have guys like Tim Robinson,
right,
that are able to bring it to an HBO.
Yeah. I don't know. I have a hard time. So I have a hard time comparing it to other things, which is just the way I end up rating things. It's really unique. It's very funny. It's still intriguing. I think I have it like 36 hot dogs.
Okay.
Like, I think it has room to improve for sure.
Same. That's my big thing.
Yeah, but it's also week to week. I was looking forward to watching it.
It's like when Bobby Hill gave Troy Aikman a B in the training camp report cards that he'd have an opportunity to grow during the season.
Yeah.
Hank didn't appreciate that because Troy Aikman deserves more, even though Troy Aikman's a little... Don't let Hank hear that.
One of the most overrated players of all time, I'd say.
But I'm going to say this. I think the show is a B to a B plus, 34, 35.
I think it's like B plus, A minus.
But I would also say that if I'm looking at it compared to his other stuff, if you want to compare it to stuff, I think you should leave still at the top. I think Friendship, I would take Friendship over this too.
Yeah, that's a good comparison to make. Friendship dude, the fucking Subway thing.
The Subway? No, there's
it's
many...
funnier. It's a little more intriguing maybe than this is.
Yeah.
I'd probably have Friendship a little bit above this. Yeah.
Because I think that Friendship,
and Paul Rudd is so great.
While
too.
it keeps you guessing, you kind of know where it's going to end up.
Yeah.
Because you hope that he's going to figure things out.
And there's also like a little bit of a ping pong between him and Rudd, where in this it's just him.
And also, but like both of them have like consistent bits throughout that you really do enjoy.
Yeah.
But Friendship doesn't have Mike.
True.
Want to spoil?
It does have Connor O'Malley.
It does have Connor O'Malley. Want to spoil?
Yeah, let's get to spoilers.
Okay.
Spoilers.
So first off, the Scrooge thing is hilarious, and then after we get that Scrooge scene,
hard rod of Scrooge.
So
going into the mouth.
Yeah, they actually show it going into the mouth, which is crazy. So before we see that, and then the episodes after, Mike talking about and just bringing up random parts of A Christmas Carol without telling him that he's talking about A Christmas Carol, as if Tim Robinson should just know what he's talking about.
Right.
They were dancing on his grave. What? Yeah, they were singing. What? Scrooge! It has me thinking. But I also love that leading into it, it's him talking about, like, I saw this movie, which, first off, it's a movie everyone's seen.
Right.
But then you see the version that he has seen, which is the porn version.
I wonder, like, I don't know what TVMA encompasses, but I wonder if they can get away with it because it was a character watching
it's a prosthetic.
And not one of the characters doing it.
But I also, no, because someone's still doing it. And
but it's a character watching it on screen.
It's also, it's from a beloved story. Now, when they first showed it, I'm like, okay, you can show that, especially if it's a prosthetic. But then once they showed it going into the mouth, I'm like, oh, you can do that. Well, if you can, I wasn't sure if you could.
Good. What sold me, and maybe we could have talked about this in the spoiler free. What sold me on this show is 2 minutes into the show, Ron gets in an argument with a server about what defines a mall.
Yeah.
I was howling 2 minutes in.
No. Okay, so that was good. The best thing, like the thing that sold me, and you undersold it to me, was there was a 10-second scene after that where it just cuts to Ron sleeping.
Yeah.
And he like starts to kick and flip. He's like, got the worst pillow in town. And then it cuts away.
This thing is made of goddamn metal.
There's nothing else to it. It's just that he doesn't like his pillow.
Metal.
But it's just that he doesn't like his pillow.
Yeah,
it's 15 seconds, throw away, see you later. I wish there were a couple more of those in the show.
I mean, this is kind of a mall. This is a restaurant. How? Because it is. Because there's shops around it and the way the parking lot wraps around. And then Seth afterward is like, is this a mall? He's like, I don't know, kind of. And then the daughter is like, she was like 15. She's 15. She's like 100 years old.
Between that and then Jeff, the boss, that we saw more and more as the show went on.
Yeah.
But when he went to the son's birthday and like Ron told him ahead of time, well, it's more of a family thing. It's a kid's party. I was expecting more from this. This is just a kid's party.
Yeah, I'm going to get out of here.
I want to get into some shit.
Other shit from the first episode, by the way, that really ropes you in. After he gets up from the broken chair, he goes, I guess I shouldn't have had that last Cheez-It this morning. And like 2 people laugh. And then he catches the custodian with his inside wheelbarrow. That little bit was fucking so good.
He barely showed up again after that.
I know. That was a perfect little bit.
Oh, and at the end of episode 1, when Mike is running away and he grabs the shirt, and then Mike starts running faster because he has no shirt on now.
The shirt was weighing him down.
And then he brings that shirt to the store. This has been worn.
Tremblay shirts.
And then we find out,
running bit was fucking great.
And then we find out later because he's on the email chain, and when he gets a new phone, he's now on the text chain again, and it's the guy that he returned his shirt because it was short sleeve.
Yeah, he really wanted long sleeve.
Long sleeve, and then they added sleeves, and he realized that it was the same shirt, and they just put diamonds over the stains on the back.
Over the toothpaste stains.
Yeah.
They made him think he could wish things into the world. Which then I'm also drawing a connection in my head. Is that at all connected to the reveal where Amanda telekinetically makes the chair break? Like they're operating in this weird fucking world that I'm like, I don't know what's real.
Oh,
Ron's an unreliable narrator. We don't know what he's actually seeing.
That's the whole thing too. Is like the whole time I'm like, this might just all be nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, so
and it still might be. Who knows?
That cold open in the finale. Let's run through the finale real quick. That cold open.
Let's hold on. Oh, so in the penultimate, we find out at the end of the episode that the investor in his wife's company,
Alice,
she is the one behind all of this chair conspiracy. And
oh my God, she admitted it.
I'm like, okay, so let's see where it. That almost doesn't fucking matter anymore.
Well, that adds to the confusion because you're like, well, she admitted it, but now all of a sudden, Amanda's boyfriend is saying that Amanda did it. Are they connected? Is it two separate? Like, it's so fucking confusing. I don't know what the hell is going on. So the cold open in episode 8 is the father who has 10 cigars at the wedding and then couldn't dance. And then he sits down.
Time for the daddy-daughter dance. He's had 10 cigars.
He sits down disappointed at the bar, meets Stacy Crystals, who buys him a whiskey. And 1 minute later, Stacy Crystals gets shot by a kid with a 3D printed gun.
He's scamming adults.
You're like, what the fuck is this? And so eventually, during the episode,
you find out that Jeff also had a deal with Stacy for his music.
Jeff and Stacy are in cahoots.
But what I love is him listening to the music on the phone. He's like, this is really good. And then he hears like that little bit of like an elevator song. And he's like, it's the same stuff.
It connects to all the same shit. So we know that there is a real conspiracy that Tim's onto, but we don't know really what it is now because, yes, it does seem like Tekka and Red Ball Market Global is something. They're replacing the parts or whatever. But now you're like, well, what is going on with Amanda and Amanda's boyfriend?
And when he follows that first lead into the bar, and he punches the guy with the hole in the head. Gotta watch your sleeve. This guy wants me to watch my sleeve.
And then he's just dunking. So we get the reveal that Amanda's weird boyfriend, Jason, was the one that was like following.
Or admirer. We don't even know if they're really boyfriend and girlfriend.
True. He was stalking Ron.
Anything on this show.
True. He stalks Ron the whole season. He's the one texting and calling. And we find out that there was an incident in high school where Ron was trying to be funny, spitting gummies up into the air and catch them in his mouth. But one accidentally fell in Amanda's cleavage.
Cleavage. The word cleavage also funny.
So he claims Amanda broke the chair with telekinesis. I don't know what to believe. I have no idea.
Also, in this episode, we find out Mike's backstory.
Yeah.
So Mike got a heart transplant.
Yeah.
And
saved his life.
And the donor that gave it to him, who passed away, his daughter was getting married. So the mother of the daughter asked Mike to walk the daughter down the aisle so that her father's heart is still walking her down the aisle.
Great gesture.
But then Mike wants a hug. but he had already gotten a hug. So they were like, we don't want to give you too many hugs. And then everyone was being so mean to Mike, so the daughter stood up for him, and then he tried to kiss the daughter.
Because she was prettier than the mother. Just an insane little twist to Mike's character, and you're like, what the fuck is going on
Also,
here?
the delivery by that actress was so funny because it's Tim's face reacting to it, and it's just her as like one long run-on sentence of like what he kept on doing.
Yeah. And then, so I believe this was episode 7 and not the finale, but it opens with Ron bringing Baby the dog into the house.
And it turns out that
Everyone, come say hi to Baby.
Are we going to find out who stole Baby and sold it to Ron?
Right. Yeah. Right. Maybe that's
that was my
connected.
question. I'm like, who? And I was also like, okay, is Baby's owner going to think that Ron stole Baby?
Right.
Because he just accepted the fact that Ron had bought Baby from someone else who had stolen it from
Or
him.
did he? Because he's like, let me show you something. And he goes and shows him the new shape in the shed.
But that also led to nothing.
Well, he turns and he's got like vampire face. What the fuck was that?
Ron has a concussion.
That's why, like, we don't know what Ron is seeing or believing.
I don't know
it's all over the map.
That's what I was like, this is going to make a real turn right now. But then it didn't.
And then you also had in the middle of the season.
Hey, can you take a picture of me and Baby and put it on Facebook and say that I found your dog?
You had the whole bit with the bug crawling into Ron's phone and then getting into the house. So the exterminator comes in and he wanted to take credit if it was going to be a new bug, which killed me. But that ended up just being like some random. There was all these little things in there that are like red herrings or they're leading to something and maybe in season 2. I don't know. I have no idea. The whole Teresa Bonaventura thing, I thought it was like True Detective. I didn't know what the hell was going to go on when he stepped into that house. Like the Jeep Tours stuff, when we finally got the Jeep Tours reveal, when he really did just build the one rope bridge, that fucking killed me. And listening, if you guys haven't listened to Dork's episode on this, it was really more an interview with Gary Tanguay, who's in 2 episodes of the show. He first he was auditioning to be the guy in the passenger seat for the Jeep Tours.
That would have been great.
It's so good. But because of that is how he ended up in the other role. So at the end, we're left with this thing where Alice is admitted to it. You have Amanda's weird, maybe stalker boyfriend. You also had the weird scene with Amanda, like trying to come on to Ron with HR there. Like, I don't know what's going on there. You have Red Ball Market Global with Jeff being attached to Stacy Crystals. So now there's like so many fractured elements of the story that haven't been pieced together yet. So now there's like a legit
But
mystery.
I also think that season 2 might just open with none of this matters. Like they might just start a whole new adventure and just wipe their hands with this entire season and not answer any question.
Also, the way he finds Mike in the first place, find that empty container from Jan's Cafe, the takeout container in the bush. That was unbelievable. And then Jan's Cafe is so chaotic. It's like people were like fighting in the cafe. There's flames, there's fire. The fact that Mike needed to be security for a cafe was funny in and of itself.
Every time that Ron followed a clue and was actually able to figure something out with it, I would just say, huh?
Him taking a shit in the warehouse because he ate the deviled egg that was like 3 days old was incredible.
The Wendy's Carver's thing. So the daughter's fiance leaves her because she broke the MDA.
Yeah, the NDA, because Ron now knows about Wendy's Carvers. It is very, very interested in Wendy's Carvers. She's shooting hams.
Which also, toss this out there, bad idea.
Oh, you know what, Goo? Now that I'm thinking about it, Plemonade, the shirt guy, the shirt salesman at the store.
Oh, yeah.
He was unbelievable. His delivery of lines was so bizarre, but it worked so well.
There was the big fight in the apartment. A lot of those guys made Plemonade.
Yeah, stole the iPad.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think it's episode 2 or 3 where Ron buys the detective or spy kit, and it ends up just being like a toy kit, and he's so fucking irritated.
Even his assistant seems like she's going to be a bigger role on this show.
Yeah.
And after episode 3 or so, she just kind of disappears.
Yeah, but with the development in the finale, should we be looking more at his coworkers now? Like, what the hell is going on there?
That was one of the big theories, is that Jim Downey was behind the whole thing.
Right. but he was like too obvious, you know?
Yeah.
So now I don't know. I don't know what to think. I am more intrigued for season 2. As much as excited as I was to watch this
The green
season
light
of television.
party.
Yeah, the yellow, you're not so sure if you want to be involved. I'm like actually invested in the story now. I was excited to watch this season, and now I got so fucking confused. I'm actually invested in the story. So in that respect, they did a great job.
I love stop motion animation. Rudolph?
Oh God, it's such a hard show to like sell to people too.
I didn't even sell it.
Yeah,
Like,
it would just be like, okay, did you watch it? I think you should leave. Did you like it? Did you watch the Troyers? Did you like it? Maybe watch this.
I think people know, though. Like, anyone that follows him knows what he has coming out.
Yeah.
And I usually recommend first, if someone hasn't gotten into his stuff, I'm like, watch, I think you should leave.
Mm-hmm.
And then if they like that, I'll say, go and check out an episode of The Detroiters.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll look at more of the feature-length / HBO stuff, because he has a longer leash to get weirder.
Yes. So you think you would recommend I think you should leave over Detroiters as like the first one?
Yeah, because it's quick, punchy stuff.
Yeah, but Detroiters is like a lesser version of that, so it might be
I
more
know that,
palatable.
but you're also you're selling them on like a sitcom. It's a little bit different. It's a Comedy Central sitcom, but still.
So I think that's easier to digest for some people, though.
Anything else on this television show?
No, I'm sure I'll think about something that we forgot to bring up, but I'm just so confused that I think that takes the precedent.
Let's get into Maxac.
And Maxac could be anything. It could be a boat. And Mac, talk about being confused. I saw a headline. Now, first off, this is a bit of a smorgasbord of a Maxac. I could not put a finger on what I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
And this first one really intrigued me until I read into it. And now I'm fucking depressed. So
I thought your through line here was Mike's secret family. So now we're talking about Frosty's secret family.
No, so the voice actor that played Frosty the Snowman.
Yep. In the stop motion movie?
No, not the stop motion, in the animated movie.
Okay.
So he had, and this was all over social media, 3 secret families. And I'm like, fuck, dude, I can barely keep track of my own family. I have 1 kid. I have 1 wife. How is this man doing it? Would he go home to his second family and be like, oh, someone took the hat off my head and I froze? That's a Frosty reference. Turns out, no, he wasn't pulling a Fred Flintstone trying to be in 2 places at once.
Sure.
He would start a family and ditch them.
So he just like the fucking and then the birth of children, and then he would move on?
And then start a new family. And I'm like, that's kind of...
I'm also curious.
I don't like that.
If someone that notable, not that he was that notable, but if someone that is somewhat notable can bounce around and have crazy families like this, that must have happened more than we know. Because before the internet, people could do whatever the fuck they wanted. I mean, they weren't even solving murders until the 80s with DNA. So, I mean, you could do anything you wanted.
I thought it was a silly little story about someone back in the 1960s being able to support 3 to 4 families with their voiceover work, being able to pay for that. I'm like, look at this economy now. No, it's not that.
No,
he did not support the other families. He
Right,
just said,
right.
going out for a pack of cigs. Also reading here because his son did an interview on, I want to give I don't know, it was some fucking AM 970. The show's called Nostalgia Tonight with Joe Sibilia.
Sibilia.
I think I could do a show like that. That's not bad. But the son was on there. He also said his dad loved Quaaludes.
That makes sense.
The dude loved ludes. He also joked, his father would always say, I guess all the other fat guys were out of town when they were casting Frosty. So at least he had a good sense of humor about himself.
Right.
Like I was picturing, I was having so much fun with the headline that anytime that he would create a new child, he would yell, Happy birthday! But no.
Yeah, not a nice holiday
just
story
a bad guy, and he died in 1987.
Yeah, smoked him.
And now they're dancing on his grave. They're singing. Mac, you see this, you hear about this. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. Travis Kelce said they've never argued.
I believe it.
You want to know why I believe it? They have billions of dollars.
Yeah. I like whatever Taylor Swift goes. Or whatever Taylor Swift says goes in that relationship. He makes millions. She makes billions. He's also, speaking as someone also in his mid-30s, you kind of, if you want to have a family, you got to start, now. So I think he's realizing that as well. I also think that it's possible they just are a match. That's possible.
Kind of like the Chappelle Show sketch. You just got to knock her up, and then you get to live in Oprah's house. So hey, here you go. Would you rather be Travis Kelce or Jackie Vernon?
I'll go with the billions of dollars that Travis Kelce has.
You don't want to be the guy who's dead and abandoned 3 families?
Maybe for a short time, maybe in the Quaalude era, maybe I'll go Jackie Vernon, but overall, I'll take Kelce.
Must have been some magic in that old silk hat he found. And then finally in this Max Sack.
Oh, Jesus.
Did you see this? Did you hear about this?
No. What?
A statue of Robo-Cop has been built in Detroit.
Okay, sure.
Back in 2011, then Mayor Dave Bing was tweeted that Detroit should have a statue of the part man, part machine cop because Philadelphia has a statue of Rocky and Robo-Cop would kick Rocky's butt.
The first thing I thought of when you said Robo-Cop statue was the Rocky statue.
Yeah, and Robo-Cop would kick Rocky's butt. He's part machine.
I agree. And has guns.
All right, so now, more than $60,000 in crowdfunding later, in almost 15 years, a bronze 11-foot, 2.5-ton work of art is on patrol.
Is it just outside of like Detroit PD headquarters?
It's outside of like a market.
Now, I think it would be cool if Detroit PD changed their like logo to some sort of Robo-Cop type thing. Now that would be cool.
And maybe they offered to 3 to a handful of cops, we can do this procedure.
We can try it out.
You'll be impenetrable. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, you won't be able to penetrate anyone anymore.
No, it's gone.
You'll be impenetrable.
I'm going to ask you this, Mac.
Mm-hmm.
You're from the Boston area.
Yeah, sure.
I'm from the Boston area.
Yeah.
Which fictional character, movies or television, should get their own statue in the great city of Boston?
That's a great question.
I was asked this yesterday, and I had an answer in my head almost immediately. Can you guess what I had?
No, I can't. What is it?
Norm from Cheers.
Okay. I would say what's Fred the Baker, the Dunkin' Donuts.
You want to do Fred the Baker? He's real.
Yeah, but he was also a character.
So you want to put an 11-foot tall Fred the Baker on the common?
Sure.
Okay, that's not a bad one.
Or maybe you have him standing with his arms out with some tire swings that look like donuts there so kids can swing on Fred the Baker.
And he's also eating one. So if a kid wants to climb up there, he can jump into Fred's
Yeah, or
mouth.
maybe he's holding one. Maybe that's a basketball hoop. His face is the backboard.
Go in the comments section below and tell us who you think fictional character should get a statue in Boston or Massachusetts. A fictional, so don't say Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
I would be cool, too, if they just built a statue of Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, arms over each other's shoulders, just going like, we're number one. That's fine.
Yeah. Casey Affleck poking his head.
And all we have to do is raise $60,000. And we get this.
Somehow Wahlberg would get involved with this.
See, the issue is that most Boston movies are based off of real mobsters. We don't want to put those statues up.
Yeah.
Those are bad guys. Those are as bad as fucking Jackie Vernon.
Dare I say, maybe
where's
worse.
Jackie Vernon from?
Maybe worse guys.
Yeah. Would you rather? Would you rather be Jackie Vernon or the character that Jack Nicholson plays in The Departed?
Oh, I don't want to. No, I'll be Jackie Vernon.
What if they just put all of The Departed out there in Boston in statue form? Because, like, Elle Wood is not from the area. She goes to Harvard, but she's not from. What if you just put Tom Green, Jason Lee, Megan Mullally?
You couldn't do Harvard because the Cambridge.
Stealing Harvard.
You could do that in Cambridge.
At Harvard, I think they should use some of their fat cat money and build statues to all of the characters who have gone to Harvard in movies.
Do you
a
think
method man, a red man.
Do you think that Harvard holds that stake of property in Lower Alston just to say they're a Boston university?
Got to do it. You got to be doing it. And you know what?
Because they're like 80% in Cambridge.
I would help crowdfund a method man and red man smoking the ashes of their best friend to ace the SATs to get into Harvard.
Maybe you put that smack dab on the bridge to divide Cambridge and Boston.
And like put it right in the middle of the streets so that you have to drive around it.
Sure.
Because we don't have enough traffic around here.
Yeah. And now that I'm thinking about it, what's the MIT movie? Damon.
Goodwill Hunting.
Goodwill Hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Cambridge also. We can't do that.
You can put up a statue. It's Matt Damon holding a musket, and at the bottom it just says hunting season. Any other ones?
No.
Any other Boston
I still think
movies?
Fred the Baker's the leading candidate.
All right. I'm gonna go with fucking Norm, but I'm a simpleton.
Okay.
Oh, you know who we could do? You know who's a great Boston character? Dr. Fraser Crane.
No, get the fuck out of here.
Dr. Fraser
And also Seattle
Crane.
would be pissed about that, no?
What if we started a war? What if a civil war broke out because of people fighting over where Fraser Crane resides?
I mean, that's what I just realized. Okay. So this is why Philly gets the shit for it, first of all. Because Philly is one of the most historical cities in the country. You know, it's not quite on Boston's level, but it's pretty close. Maybe some people would have it above Boston. I don't know.
What?
But they're putting up statues of fake characters when they could put up statues of actual patriots.
Right.
Which Boston has.
What I appreciate what Detroit did is they're like, you guys are dumb. We're going to put Robo-Cop up.
We could do JFK. He's
What's
real.
He in? What movie is he from?
I don't know. He died.
Oh, he's in the Oliver Stone movie, JFK.
I looked up famous Boston characters, and it's just Boston actors.
It's not what I can do for you.
Your cousin from Boston.
But what era you could do for me. Right? That's a quote, right?
Oh, God.
We're not going to put a man on the moon because we can, but because it's had.
All right. 2014, Thrillist came out with the 10 best fictional Bostonians of all time.
Go on.
Number 10, Frank Galvin from The Verdict. That's old. No one would do it. Thomas Crown from the Thomas Crown
I
Affair.
think they have Tobias Funke on there, right?
Lieutenant Jimmy Dove from Blown Away. Ted. We could do Ted.
Oh, that's who I threw out yesterday.
We could do Ted.
You get a nice Ted, you put him right on the mother duckling, and we're all set.
Now we're cooking.
Yeah.
It's got your boy Frank Costello from The Departed. Will Hunting. I mean, I guess he did live in Boston. Here's a good one. Sergeant Donnie Donowitz from Inglourious Bastards. The
That's
Bear
a good
Jew.
one, but it's also not Brad Pitt.
Yeah, but he's the bear. Well, Brad Pitt's Lieutenant Aldo Rain from the South.
I'm just telling you it's not Brad Pitt.
The Bear Jew would be
What
great.
I'm telling you, though, is it's not Brad Pitt.
What do you think about this one, Goo? You would have loved this one 15 years ago. Connor and Murphy McManus from the Boondock Saints.
I don't think I ever liked the Boondock Saints.
Never?
No.
They got that Spencer character that, whatever. And that number 1 is Norm. All right.
Norm, but like I said, so is that the list that has Tobias Funke on there?
No.
So Tobias Funke could be it.
I think my nuke leader in the clubhouse is Ted, number 2, Fred the Baker.
What's on your Mount Rushmore? Would you put Norm on the Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, I don't really like Cheers, though.
And then Dr. Fraser Crane. We have it. That's our Mount
We're
Rushmore.
not doing 2 Cheers characters.
Well, you can put them on opposite ends. You don't have to put them together.
I'll just do a Wahlburger burger for my 4th.
It's all Mark Wahlberg characters. I'm going to take Mark Wahlberg's character.
Or maybe the rat from the end of The Departed.
Okay, so there we go. It is Norm. It is Ted. It is
Fred the Baker.
Fred the Baker, and then it's a rat.
You know what? That's not bad.
There we go.
We
did
figured it out.
That is our Mount Rushmore. Okay, that's our statue. Build a Mount Rushmore in Boston
Into Blue Hills.
with those characters on it.
We're going to carve into the side of Blue Hills those 4 characters.
And then at the bottom on a plaque, it says, while Lenny Clark speaks for all of us, these are the characters that best represent us.
And then Bill Simmons is going to have a 25,000 word article as to why he would have chose 4 other people.
And a 5-part 30 for 30. All right, where can the people find us?
You can find us on X at Mac and Goo Podcast, as well as Instagram. Every other platform, we are Mac & Goo. It's Mac Shift 7 Goo. That includes Facebook, Stitcher, TuneIn, Castbox, Spreaker, Google Play, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcasts. We're on Spotify and, more importantly, Apple Podcasts. Get on there, rate, review, subscribe, 5 stars. Maybe one day you'll get a T-shirt. Who knows?
We're done.
The T-shirt makers back in the day still are our favorite sportswear.
Oh no, we still love the T-shirt
Watertown
makers.
Sportswear, 34 Mount Auburn Street in Watertown. WatertownSportswear.com. Expert screen printing and embroidery.
tpublic.com. Merch. The holiday season is here. Head over there. I think you should leave merch. Go and buy it.
Get yourself a chunky sweatshirt.
Oh, I should talk to Billy. Maybe make some more shirts.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I'm not gonna lie. It pays for Christmas.
You got toys to pay for.
I got shit to pay for. Also, if you are listening to this podcast, turn us or put us on pause. Go to YouTube, smash subscribe button, give the video a like, because if we don't get enough likes, we're gonna die.
We're gonna have to suck Scrooge's cock.
And that's a promise. Tuesdays are Goose Days. I abuse kangaroos. Tim Burton.
Bye.
Please flip the cassette over to side B to continue the adventure.
Now it's time for girls jumping on trampolines.